Welcome to the another episode of Abstract Thesis series. In this series, we are digging deep into the Power BI concepts. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for our new video. Hello and welcome to another video of Abstract Thesis series. We are continuing this series for Power BI Advanced User, and today we are going to discuss continuous streak. Now, what's that continuous streak? So let's jump onto some data and I'll try to explain you what this concept is. So what happens when you have given a series of data, and this is just one example. I'll give my blogs on two other examples which we have very similar examples. So what happens, you have a continuous set of dates. Now these dates have certain jumps. So like you see there are 3 dates, then there is a jump, then again there are 3-4 dates which are continuous, then there is a jump, then again 2-3 dates are continuous. So there are streaks, continuous streaks which are available: 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days or 10 days. And this is a day gap. We are going to do it for day gap. So so what we are looking here is how there are how many streaks which are continuously for 3 days or 3 or more days or 4 or more days or 5 or more days. So is there any sequence of date which is continuously there for 10 days, say? So these kind of streaks we are looking forward. Now this calculation is a bit tricky in DAX, because see what we need is here, this is the 3-day streak. Okay, then again we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 4 days. There is a gap of 14. So then there is a 15, 16, 17. There is no 18. So again 3-day streak. 19, 20, 21, 22, 4-day streak. So there are 4-day streak, there are 3 days continuation. So continuous dates, how many continuous dates which has come? So what we plan to know here is how many times these kind of streaks happen. So first of all, we need to create that streaks. Okay, so what we'll do is, to do this in Power BI, we need to create column, we need to partition these streaks, and then we need to use it. So what we are going to do is we are going to jump on Power BI and import this data. Okay, so I have opened a blank Power BI report, and we can load Excel data into it. So I'm going to load Excel data. I'm going to load the continuous streak data here. So now this data is we can see again we are going to get the same data out here. Now let's load this data. So we use the option import data from Excel. In the middle it is given, other than on the top which we have, and now it is loading the data. So once data is loaded, you can see it inside the fields pane. Now we are not going to use it right now. We are going to go and jump here and go to look at the data. So I clicked here and you can see the dates. So first thing which I wanted to do is I wanted to know that there are dates which has 1 day of gap. So how do we know that there are dates which is having 1 day of gap? Now to do that, what we can do here is I can find out a date before it, the max date before this date. So what is the max date before this is first. What is the max date before this is 2. What is the max date before this is 3. What is the max date before this is 10. And I subtract from the current row. So what would happen in that case is I will get the number of days different, and I'm only interested when this is 1. Now if my continuous streak is 1 day streak, if it is more than 1 or 2, less than equal to 2, less than equal to 3, this kind of stuff you can use. Okay, so in that manner we will be able to get a diff. So let's create a new column. So how do we create such a column? That we create a new column. In this column, let's take a variable first of all, where you are creating a variable max, and I'm going to say max x, the x functions, the row level functions which are available with us, filter. It's like we are creating column, so you can use max calculate and filter also. That's not the max x is going to work here. So now filter, and what we want to filter, sheet itself, this table itself we want to filter. What do we want? So we are going to use date. So date is strictly less than earlier date, and this is how we use. So if I want to compare sheet with the sheet, so I use earlier. So I say date is less than the earlier date. It means compare the date again. Okay, so so the date should be less than the earlier date. That's how I'm comparing. What else we need? So if it is less then give me the max date. Okay, we can write down the table name here. So what it is going to do, give me date which is less than this date of the current row, less than that date, it's going to give the max. It's not row, it's not going up and down, it entire table it is going to go. So don't think that it's going into the forward direction or backward direction. There is no direction. It is just saying in the entire table date less than the current date. So earlier is the freezing point, the freezing point is the current context, and then from that context we are going anywhere and just trying to find out. And I'm going to return this so that you should be able to get what I'm saying. And let me return this max right now. We'll improve upon on this formula so that you understand how we are going to do this. And this is the newer version. There's some new things which has come down. Okay, so now you see this previous date is there. Now I need a diff. So how I need a diff? So I am interested in a diff. So what I can do, there's a new method. This is a method which is we can use is int, and this date is greater. So current date is greater because that's the smaller date, and minus the max, the previous date. And so what would happen in this case where the date is not available, you get a big difference, and we are going to handle it using the if. So let's press enter and let's see how does it happen. So we got, and in the first date you can see there's a huge big difference. So let's not bother about it, but we are seeing one days different, then there's 7 days different, there is a 2 days difference. So let's look at this. So this is 111, and this is all of a sudden 7 days of difference. This is again 111, this is 7 days of difference, and all those. Okay, now interestingly, okay, now so now what we are going to do here is we say if this is less than or equal to 1, then 1, else 0. Okay, so this gives me a streak. But remember one thing, this doesn't include this date. Okay, this doesn't include first and second. So still we are missing one date. Okay, so we got a column, we can call it a days difference. Okay, now what we are going to do here is let's create one more column, and where we say this is not equal to this one, then give me the date. Okay, give me the date where this is not, when the date is less than equal to this one, and then this is not equal to 1. When the days is not equal to 1 and 0 and the date is less, then give me the date. Okay, so let's try to get a new column. So we'll try one more column here. So now let's do one thing. Now what we are going to do is, again we are going to find a where underscore max equals to max x filter sheet, and here we are, what you are going to say is we're going to say days not equal to days and earlier days. Now you can't simply say days not equal to days, earlier days, and date less than and equal to, let's say less than and equal to date. Okay, and we might have need strictly less than. Let's see what solves our purpose. Date, and this we do. Okay, okay, so there is a syntax error because we are not returning anything. So return, because we have taken into variable, so return underscore max. So we created a variable and we are going to return that variable. This is something coming with the new version. Okay, so now what's happening here is so what we are getting here is there is some problem here. Now with this logic, if you see that we started getting a date which is even greater than this one. See this is the maximum date, all the dates. So this date, because we have not used earlier, see that's the harm. If you don't use earlier, that's the harm. So now let's correct it. Okay, now it seems better. Now this date is 1, this date is 3. Okay, this date is 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, now this is what's happening. Okay, so now the thing here is, now what I'm going to do is, what my interest is that I do one more thing. I say alias. What I'm going to do here is whenever it is 0 or null, let me replace it with the date itself. Okay, so let's do that. So we say if days equals to 0 or is blank underscore max, fine. Then what should we do? Then we should give date, else we should give max. So we have changed our logic a little bit. And to understand this, let's put this. I press Alt Enter, it's coming to new line. I press another Alt Enter, it comes into new line. Okay, let me press. Now let's look at it, what happens here. So now what it is giving here is 1, 1, 1, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 15, 15, 19, 19, 19, 19. So it goes 24, 24, 24, 24. So, but is it continuous? Is it continuous from 24, 25, 26, 27? Okay. Then it is 30th. After 30th, there is a jump. So this is only 30th one. And then see, there is another 0. So this is what, like, look at this. This is 30th. This is first. This is third. This is the only one. This is, now look at it. So now here, this is 3rd February. Okay. Now here there is a problem. When there is continuous zeros, then it is giving us a problem. So basically this is a streak. Basically 3, 4 is a streak. It's not able to detect. So let's leave that case right now. 6, 7 is again a streak. It's able to detect here. Now, so this is not detecting, but here, look at here. Second, third, it is able to detect. So this is able to detect a streak out here. Okay. So this is able to detect a streak. This is able to detect a streak here. Continuation of this streak it is able to detect. First, we are not, 31st and 1st are not in a streak, so it's able to detect. So again, it's able to detect 3rd and 4th. So 1 and 0 was not detecting, but 3rd date is detecting here. Again, 6, 7 and is detecting a streak here because the 6 is the date. So this is my partition. This is my partition which has been created. So I keep this as partition, let's say. Okay. So this is my partition, and you can have this inside this one. Now what I'm going to do is, let me find out the difference between this date, okay, the partition date. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is, now I need difference from this date. So which I got a partition, and I need a difference from the date of the partition. Okay. But to get the difference, again, the very important thing is I need to repeat this exercise. Okay. Because I simply cannot have a difference like this. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to repeat this, and I'm just leaving this column for understanding. So let's do this and say, so we got this date. Now we say date diff. This is the lower date, and the date I should have is the max, is the date. And this time I'm not using this one, what you call the int, I'm using this one. Okay. Part is already there, so we call it new, we call it continuous days. So let's see how the difference happening. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see what happens when it is there. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So now what is happening is, we are unable to find where is this streak. Okay. So there is some problem while we are able to get the streak, but we are not able to find this is a continuous streak or not. So let's do one more thing. So let's do only when this, now we got a part date. So can we say this, that, okay, we want a diff, but take a diff when this part date equal to part date only. Okay. So what do we say? Part date is equal to earlier part date. And there's one more way to do that. So it's not only earlier we can do is one more way, and we'll say alt enter, and let's try that out. And we say where underscore part, and so let's do one thing, that's the way we can do now. But this date diff, before we calculate the date diff, we have this date which is there. Now we want this difference only to be calculated when it is continuous. Right now what is happening, it's also getting calculated when it is non-continuous. So what we'll do, let's keep it here. So let's look when we don't have this continuous. When we don't have this continuous, this is 1. Okay, so could we have avoided this by not using max? No, we could not have avoided, because in case of 0, this is need to be included. So let's say how many days continuous streak I need. I need minimum 2 days of continuous streak or 3 days of continuous streak. So now let's do that. So that's where I was, let's say 2 days or more is a continuous streak. Before that you cannot have a continuous streak. So what we'll say is flag. So what we are saying, maxx filter cheat, and we say count, we say part equals to earlier part. When the part equals to earlier part, that's the date, that's going to be date which is equal, and we'll see whether we need to really use the greater than date or not. Then give me count days. Okay, just simple. Let's return this. So that this should return me, see, this is returning me 3 days. This is 3 days continuous streak, 3 days 4 days continuous streak. Again, this is a 3 days continuous streak. 14, 15, 16, 17 stopped. Again a 4 days continuous streak. Okay, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 4 days continuous streak. Then we have 24. Again with from 24, 25, 26, 27. Again continue. So now we sort out on our this one. Now we can very simply simplify this. Now how many days streak you need? Minimum is 2 days. So if this is greater than or equal to 2, then you can keep it 1, else you can keep it blank. Now, or you can keep it days, because that is going to help you. Let's keep it days. The reason why I keep it days is because in the major I can simply count how many continuous, that many continuous streak days I have. So let's keep it count days. So now what would happen? So I have one streak. I think we should keep the max. So we have one streak here 3 days, one streak is there for 4 days. So what we have to do is little bit modification we require here. We should actually not return count days. We should actually return this max only. Okay. So let's put this into a variable where underscore 1 is equal to this maximum variable, alt enter, return, alt enter, and now we say underscore 1, and then we say if it is greater than equal to 2, then return underscore 1. So now we have these continuous strings. So if you need 4 days of continuous string, you can simply filter 4. So let's say you want how many 4 day streaks I have. So I can bring in the date here. Okay. Let me make it as a date. And let me go and increase the font little bit for you. Size. In the formatting tab, I'm going to the size. So I go to, when you clicked on the visual, you go to the format, you can go ahead and increase the size. Let me increase size. And now let me drag this flag. Okay. And let me go here and now drop this flag here and make it as a slicer. Okay. And let me have this drop down, or let me have a list. List looks better. And I want this font to increase. So what I can do is I click here, then the home tab, I have format painter. I click on the format painter and I paste it and click here again. So it will take font, and further if I want to increase, I can search on the size and I can increase it. Okay. Okay, applicable size. So now these are all 6-day streak. These are all 4-day streak. These are all 3-day streaks. These are all, okay, 2-day streak, or you can use greater than 2. Okay, so this is 2-day streak. These 2 days are coming, but what you can count. So you have one more date. Okay, what was that date? Let's go back and look at here. So you have this part date. So now I can do is, I can have measure as streak. Okay, and say distinct count of part. When, let's filter it also, calculate should not be blank. What should not be blank? Is not blank flag. Flag should not be blank. Okay, so not is blank flag, that's the measure I need. Let me drag this measure here. Let me, okay, so now it is saying there are 64 such streaks. Do we really have 64 such streaks? Looking at this, this is counting only 40, so seems like we should have only 20 streaks. So let's look at this formula. Okay, so let's do filter sheet, and we say, okay, now let's look at it. Now we got the correct one. So when you don't apply filter and when you apply filter, there is a difference. Means one takes all on the flag and then do it. So now this is correct. These many streaks we have. Now this is 3. So this is 198. Only 22 streaks are there. Okay. 3 days streaks are there. Every time we have 3 streaks. Let's say 4 days streak. How many we have? 12 streaks. 5. We have 7 streaks only. But this number seems a bit different. Like this is 175. And you will say why this is 7. So 175 is 35 into 5 into 5. This is adding flag 5 times. 5 is the number which we have. So here it is basically 12 into 4 into 4. 48 and 192. Similarly, it is 22 into 3 into 3. Because it is adding 3333 numbers. So then don't get confused that way. So 2 it was simple because it's just adding 2 to 2. So we have 20 streaks, 10 streaks of 2 days. So total 40 was coming. So 2 into 2. Then it is 3 into 3. It is 4 into 4. Similarly, keep on going. Okay. So now you got how you got continuous streak. Now you can use greater than equal to filter, less than equal to filter. You can have this filter inside the, like if I only need 4 days, I can actually go and in the streak itself, I can have the filter 4 days. So you can get that continuous streak number. So this is one of the method. There are a couple more methods which I discussed in my blog. So you can find out those. I'll try to provide those links into the video. So go ahead and try these things out. Do let us know what else you want to cover in this particular series. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.